Miss Neat Neat. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to Miss Neat Neat World. I'm back yet again with another ball drop for that ice. Yes, honey. This tea here, this tea here is quite hot, quite disturbing, disheartening, and kind of ratchet. But it's a ball drop. So I'm going to pour this hot ass tea and let y'all sip while I give it to you. Now, I will say this and be very clear why I'm saying this here. The other day when I posted a bold drop about Tamar Braxton and Toya Wright, I'm well aware that Tamar Braxton actually said paperback, meaning she was taking shots at these books that Toya Wright called herself writing and promoting. I know she didn't say paperback. Those are the words that I choose to say. I posted her Instagram, so therefore it meant I read it and I posted it. So I knew what I was saying. How I make jokes on what topics I give off is how I do it. So with that being said, it is what it is. Excuse me. Now, with their issue, Reginae Carter, who is the daughter of Toya Wright and Lil Wayne, called herself clapping back at Tamar Braxton. This isn't the first time Reginae have clapped back at one of her parents' issues with another adult. Now, I will say this. Reginae, you need to sit that ass down somewhere, because you know why? You are a child compared to these adults. And not only are you a child and you have nothing to do with this, you were just on the show the other day of Growing Up Hip Hop ATL, and I don't even watch the show. I just so happened to catch this clip of it. And when you were going back and forth with Brandon, who's the son of Deb Abney, the brother of Waka Flocka, you were going back and forth to him because you feel like he took some shots at your friend Zanique, who is the daughter of T.I. and Tiny. So you call yourself, throwing shots at his career, challenging his credibility to be a vocal coach or whatever. And he took shots back at you and your father, Lil Wayne. So you call yourself saying, I'm going to go tell my mama. See, that's what a child will do. So when it comes to your mother situation with Tamar Braxton, say I'm going to tell my mama and stay out of it. Just like when T.I. and Lil Wayne had their little issue when T.I. felt some type of way about Lil Wayne saying he don't see it's no hate issue. He don't see it being no problems against black people and these white officer who was killing and shooting and killing these black men. So you clap back at that. Even after your mother clearly told you stay out of it. You clap back. So you clap back at this. And I ain't gonna stay too much in it. But what I was trying to figure out and what it got to do with what I'm finna talk about is she gonna clap back at this security guard who is suing her father? Girl, you better sit down. Well. Lil Wayne is being sued by a security guard from Los Angeles from last year after the BET Awards. It was a after party. Obviously, he wasn't allowed to get in, or it was some type of sort of issues that caused Lil Wayne to assault this security guard, knocking him out. Now, I'm gonna say this here. If you are a security guard and you cannot tame Lil Wayne, you ought not be in that profession. I am sorry. Anyways, after he knocked this security guard out, he said, F you, white boy. That's why he is suing him for hate crime as well. Lil Wayne Kemp says he did not assault him. They never denied the fact of him calling him a white boy and saying F you in front of it. So, I don't know. Maybe he was on that lean that night and did not know what he was doing. So maybe he did hit him and say just that. But we'll have to see as this case continues to be developed. Now, this incident happened in June of 2006. So, I mean, not 2006, y'all. I'm going way back. 2016. So, it's been a year, so I don't know. We'll have to see what's going on. He want his money. He wanted his naives. But, y'all, let's keep this thing right on moving. August. I like you, baby. I love you, baby. I hate the issues that you are suffering with your depression and your sickness. August was in shopping at a grocery store, food for less. I don't know if he was going to get watermelons or strawberries, pork chops or ham hock. But what I do know, he was followed and harassed by fans and wanting a picture with him. It was 3 women and a guy. He obviously told them he wasn't feeling well. He is battling liver disease, and he did not want to take picture. These people continued to follow him and harass him. An employee of the store seen it and contacted the cops. August proceeded to go out the door. These people continued to follow him, and he went in his car, put his gun in his waistband, and showed them the butt of his gun. Now, was it a bit too much and quite extreme? Of course. But should you follow, taunt, harass, and bother someone, whether it's your idol or someone you just do not like? No, you should not. He asked you guys to leave him alone, and he wasn't taking pictures. You should have respect his wishes or just snap pictures on the low. But you should have not continued to follow this man well on out the store. Yeah, you were wrong, and he was wrong as well. By the time the cops arrived, August was well out of the picture. The cops told these people this case is not going anywhere because he did not point the gun at you guys, nor did he threaten you guys. So the case pretty much isn't going nowhere. So I'm glad about that. You know, he already have his issue already, and this just be one more mess to go into this board depression. So he did not need it. Now, what y'all should have not did was been following behind this man. Y'all should have been grocery shopping or getting y'all some tater chips and getting on down the road. I know how it is to fan out, but dang, give that man some room and respect his privacy. At least don't follow behind him. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, let's keep this thing right on moving. Well, in Los Angeles, at an elementary school, 14 kids was poked by a diabetic insulin needle, as one of the kids described it. This 8-year-old kid came into school asking kids do they like stamps, and when they would say yes, he would tell them to turn their head, poke out their arm, and then he would poke them with this needle. He did this to 14 kids before he was actually caught with this needle in his pocket. And he was took to the principal office. When inside of this principal office, he was asked, did you poke anyone with it? He said no. So they took his word. So obviously they were not aware that he had stuck 14 kids until weeks later, when parents and grandparents started calling in and, letting them know what time it was. Now, I'm going to tell y'all to him. I wouldn't have called it. I would have walked in. You hear me? They ain't ready for me neat. Because I'm trying to see how in the heck was this 8-year-old kid able to come into school ground and to poke 14 other of his fellow classmates and not be seen. That is crazy. This needle could have been a crack needle or something off the ground, or it could have been infested with some AIDS, some STDs, and some type of stuff that these children could have not gotten rid of. All 14 of these kids had to be tested for herpes and HIV. So far, they are nothing. There's no, they have no STDs and no diseases so far. That's the good thing about it. I mean, this thing was just so disheartening because I'm like, huh? 14 kids had to be tested for what? Why? It ain't like this, the ice cream truck going around passing out fireballs. It's just ridiculous. They ought to pay more attention to these kids. They are neglecting these kids and not paying attention and watching over these kids to where they should be bringing in things into school. Now, I will say this it's quite kind of impossible to watch every movement of each and every kid, but they should be well more alert than what they were. And, it's just crazy because that baby shouldn't have been able to come up in there with that. And I don't know if he knew what it was or if he just see his people or whoever poking himself with this type of needle and thought it was a fun and game, or if he was, or whatever the case would be. I don't know what his intention was. He lied when he got in the principal office. So who knows what he really wanted to do, And it's sad because sometimes these kids be thinking they're playing games or having fun and they really could endanger someone else. So, y'all, you couldn't poke my child and, and have me calling in talking about, do you know what happened last week? Heck no. Child, let me keep it moving before I cut up on this video. Y'all, I'm a mess. Well, this story here is about a former NFL player by the name of James Hardy. He was found in a river, and it was assumed that he was in this river for several days. His family reported him missing on May 30th. The family say after he stopped playing NFL, he has suffered a lot of issues. A couple years back, he was arrested for assaulting a police officer and also sent to a mental health facility. And, so they trying to investigate to see what really went on. I don't know if this man was drugged and drowned, or if he was doing drugs and jumped in, or he just was ready to leave. The friends and family say he was very generous. He was kind. He was a great athletic athlete. I'm talking about athletic, y'all. He was a great athlete, and he was, he had a big heart. So, it's just kind of a real sad story or whatever. I just hope, it was just him taking his own life. And that's sad to say too, but I hope he wasn't, hurt and harmed and someone put him in this river. But who knows? We'll have to see as this investigation continue to unfold. Y'all, that was my bug drop for y'all. Now I want y'all to talk to me, cause I really want to know how y'all feel about this Miss Regina Carter calling me Nay. Should she be culling her behind somewhere and culling with some crayons, or should she be clapping back at these grown people problems? She has a very spoiled, entitled, self-centered attitude she gives off, and that ain't gonna get her much of nowhere. I feel like her father issue is her father issue, her mother issue is her mother issue, and her issue is her issue. I feel like we all have a place, and I feel like her place isn't in her parents' business. So I feel like she ought to sit her butt down. All right, y'all tell me if y'all agree with her. You think it's what it is to be all up in the media? You already under a telescope as it is, growing up with these famous parents, and then you showing out and carrying on like this here? Y'all gotta let me know how y'all feel about that. Or do you think August Alsina should have went to Walmart or Publix instead of shopping for food at Food for Less? Shoot, he ain't got time to be going to a big crowd. That's probably why he went to that, that type of store versus going somewhere where he knows it's going to be full of a lot of folks and he can't find a damn parking spot at Walmart. And he thought he was going to have some peace, get in, get out. Do you think he was wrong for showing the butt of his gun? Or do you think he was dead on? Leave me the hell alone if I tell you once. Shoot, let me know how y'all feel about that there. And what you guys think about this elementary school? Should they tighten up on, I don't want to say putting security guards at elementary, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And to make sure these kids are safe. Y'all are here to teach them and make sure they're safe while they're under y'all supervision. So, let me know how y'all feel about the elementary school and how this child was supposedly being disciplined. I don't know if he was suspended, paddled, or what. But his parents need to tighten up too. Whether he got it from home or off the streets, he need not to pick up not a damn thing off that ground and carry it in your pocket, especially if it's a needle. I'm sure he knew it was a needle. He knew it could poke somebody. Shit. Would you cut up like Miss Neat would have? Or would you just say, okay, I'm glad you guys got it under control and took care of the situation and punish him as you seem fit, or what, Or do you, what you feel about James Hardy? Do you think his situation is horrible, which it is horrible? I don't know who wouldn't think it was horrible. I'm not familiar with sports, so I don't know. I kind of heard this name before, but I'm not sure, so I don't know much about his situation after he wasn't a part of the lead, or what type of issues he suffered from playing football, or if he actually suffered after he couldn't continue to play his sport that he loved to play. So, y'all guys tell me how you feel. Let me know what's on your mind. And while you at it, share me to your mama and them. Let them know Miss Neat here. And while y'all chopping it up and eating this stuff and sipping on this good old tea I'm talking about, subscribe to me. Allow Miss Neat to be great. Allow me to be a part of your guys' world like I allow you guys to be a part of my world. This text message keep going off, throwing me off my cue. Y'all, this Miss Neat for you.